Peace to the family. How's everybody doing? Got a serious public announcement to make. Golden Crisis class is coming up. Coming right now. Oh yeah. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. We definitely gotta talk. Oh, you know we're gonna enlighten. You know we're gonna enlighten. Enlighten. Peace, La Bruja. Actually, that video from the other day finally posted, so we good. My daughter going it. Yeah. Eyes and ears wide open. I'm feeling the energy, how y'all coming in the building. I'm feeling the energy. Yeah, we're gonna go hard. We can't play games. But you know, we had to title this. This ain't no time to gossip. You dead cat bounce. And I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds a little Brooklynish. It sounds a little shady. But when I say you dead cat bounce, it's all right. I'm used to it now. She always talking over me once she hear me. Yeah, so listen, I told y'all how I'm dealing with the way we came into 2020. I said we could sit here and just wait for 2021, because that's what some people are doing. Some people are just waiting for 2021. They like, this year is already a dub. But some of us can find the gold in the crisis. Some of us can find the gold in the crisis. And yes, you can go to brotherpolight.app. Spell polite the right way. It is the website to the app. So go to brotherpolight.app. Register for the free classes. Register for the newsletters. Register. Because we're going to have free online forums. Sometimes I have my stockbroker there. Sometimes I'm going to have my insurance guy there. You know, it's going to be nice. Okay? Aside from that, we have the Gold in the Crisis class, which is $99. And what I'm doing for that, I need all the people that signed up for the class already and paid, and all the people that didn't pay. I need all of you to stay in tune. Register to the website if you do nothing else, so we have your data to contact you, because I have to do free classes. Reason being, because when I do the course, I want to make sure I don't have to start off from a remedial level. I don't want to have to start off from a remedial level. That's right. Dead cat bounce is stock terminology. It's stock market terminology. That's to describe the type of market we bear witness to. That's what we're doing. It's stock market technology, phraseology. And we're going to go into that. Make sure you register. If you did nothing else, register for free so you can get free information. Okay? I told you, for 2020, as of this coronavirus, you cannot talk to me about no gossip. I'm talking about the market now, but I'm talking about any gossip of any sort. But this is about the market. You cannot talk to me unless it's about money. You cannot talk to me unless it's about health. So don't ask me nothing about anything that doesn't pertain to health or getting that money. Because when this coronavirus is all over, I told you, a lot of people are going to get desperate. I told you how our people are, particularly when it comes to dealing with pressure, they turn on each other. And this is not the hour for us to turn on each other. But this is what they will do. Because people's wells have run dry. Their content is redundant. And all they can do is what they have been doing. And that's not enough. We need information that can take us into the next year. I can't even say next generation. And for some of us into next week or next month. So I will go over time with the free classes. But my classes have to consist of things you can actually use. Things that you can actually learn and apply. Things that you make applicable to advance your generation. Your community. You feel me? By the time this coronavirus thing is done, a lot of these people that's on YouTube will have disappeared by that time. Facts. Because right now, a lot of people is keying in on the real information. So if you've been teaching all sorts of pseudo information, if you've been teaching information that's just saturated and arguing about things that don't pay the bills, a lot of times right now, I mean, yeah, you might got free time to watch it. But you know what free time does, right? Free time never pays you because it's free. So I don't believe in free time. I invest my time. My time is an investment. So I'm studying around the clock. In fact, what I'm doing tonight, when I'm done with all this, I'm going to watch The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm going to watch the movie Wall Street. Okay? Tomorrow I'm going to watch Da Vinci Code. Or I might break it up. One stock market movie, one theological movie. Because I like to stay in the zone I need to be in. Because I'm still doing the debate with the pastor. And so my conversations always have to be, my conversations always have to consist of what I need to be thinking about. It's like I'm training straight up and down. And this market, where it's at, is all we should be talking about right now. Because it's one of the number one things we can do. If you're not talking about real estate, how the point system on mortgages went down from 15.36 to less than 2, less than 3. Do you know what that means? I'll give you an example of what that means. Well, I'll do that in another class. Because if I start talking to you about how you can buy a house for pennies on the dollar, just because you have to put some kind of money there and all you have to wind up doing is paying the closing fee, because they have opportunities there for you that'll put 3.5% down on a house on your behalf for first-time homeowners. If you out there spending $1,000 or more on your rent month to month, you're more likely to be approved. And if you're looking to pull the equity out of your property, you would do it better now from a new property you purchase quicker than that of a person who has their property and had it for years. Okay, so we don't need gossip during this hour. You need a new home. And you can get it for cheaper than you ever done before. And when you buy the home and live in it under the pretense that you intend to sell it. Man, it's so we got to do the real estate class, because that's not what I came here to do. And I ain't come here to do this right now. I know it's a little late for people on the East Coast, but walk with me. Walk with me. Nah, we're not talking about none of the vaccine stuff and all that right now. That's for a different day, a different conversation. We got to lock in when we got to lock in. Speculations about what the vaccine is going to do when it comes and it ain't here, we got to lock in. Videos that you saw about the government is going to spray something in the air, make sure you get in the house at 11 o'clock. You ain't going to have a house at 11 o'clock next year if you keep messing around with them damn videos that make you speculative. Okay, if you got bias, let's talk. I ain't never mad at you. But dead cat bounce. We ain't got time for gossip and rumors. Dead cat bounce. Dead cat bounce is a stock market terminology. We have to get in tune with the nomenclature of the market. So when I use certain words and terms, it's just to get you up to speed. Dead cat bounce will cause gossip, will cause speculation, but we don't want you to be emotional. As I said, you buy on rumors, you sell on speculation. See? So when you see people speculating, you sell on speculation. You buy on rumors. Okay? You know, health is money and money is health. To me, when I hear money, it's a synonym for health, because I'm sick if I ain't making it. And when I hear health, I hear wealth. You feel me? Because I'm rich if I'm feeling good. And I got reason to feel good. I'm wealthy right now as I walk these streets, because I know people are loading up their fridges with meat and high fructose corn syrup and all sorts of things. Red number 40, blue number 5, yellow number 6, refined sugars, white flour, white salt, white sugar. And then they have to stay in the house, not exercise. Those people gonna lose their mind. They likely to riot. So when I walk these streets, I'm walking with my chest protruding, feeling like a god amongst men. Because I don't have the worries that they have. People are going to worry about their health if they never considered what to do with it the whole time. I'm not worried about my child not going to school if my child's already been homeschooled. You feel me? I hear you. You got intel about National Guard, about what's coming. Everybody's hearing it from their uncle that work in the military and all of that. Listen, spread the word where you need to spread it. Just not over here when we talking about this money. Buy on rumors. That's correct. But again, understand the nomenclature and the phraseologies that come with this genre. So when we say buy on rumors, sell on news, the rumors is not from your homeboy or your homegirl. The news concept of that is by the time you get the news, it already happened, because they're reporting what already happened. So you're late. If you're waiting on the news, you're probably late. The question is, where is the rumors coming from? The rumors is coming from your think tank. The people that's paying attention and putting things together. Like if I see American Airlines has bought enough oil to last them 2 years, and the stocks are down on all these airlines, then I can bet my money on American Airlines. I don't know about these other guys, but these guys got 2 years worth of damn oil. It leads me to believe they here to stay. Plus they ship more than people. They carry more than people to and fro. They also carry cargo. They're an American staple. There's a number of reasons why I would confide in them. Then you got Boeing. Boeing creates airplanes and spaceships and military technologies or apparatus. They're also an American staple. And if I hear talks of war, if I hear that Trump sent an indictment to the Venezuelan president for selling drugs, we might go to war. We got a couple things on the table that sound like war. And I told you about the political polarization of global uncertainty, how it affects the stock market, wars and pandemics, and to have two of them going on at the same time. We have more than one war speculation going on at the same time, possibilities. And we have more than one virus out here at the same time, possibilities. Those are the rumors we talking about. The shit that the news ain't talking about yet. Those are the rumors coming from people thinking. And you buy on rumors. You sell on news. You buy on rumors, you sell on news. I mean, the first good idea that comes to you and connection, you don't buy on. I'm saying when you start connecting enough dots, that's called the rumor. And you have a better chance, not like using the word chance, you got a better shot at buying on the rumor than buying on the news. Because that propaganda is designed to send people in directions that they can't control. It's like running downhill as fast as you can and then attempting to stop. But when we're talking about gossip, the gossip that's created from, oh, you can't make money in the stock market. Yo, everything was going up. So watch this. It's going to go down. No shit, Sherlock. It's going to always go up and down. Like, people think they saying something. Yo, Polight going to tell you invest your money in the stocks, and then when it goes down, then what? It's called dead cat bounce. What is dead cat bounce? What is dead cat bounce? It's a term that identifies the type of market that's going on. We had a market that hasn't been this bad, reflectively, based on the optics, since 1929. And it took about 4 years to come out of that, which became noted as our greatest recovery. You got people going out their way when I said on some videos ago, some days ago, where I said, yo, we had the worst time in our market since 1929. And the recovery took 4 years in 1933. And then our worst time that looked like 1929, we had our greatest recovery in 48 hours. You know, everyone's an expert when I start talking, but I always go on their page to see if they ever even talk about any of these things. They don't. Why haven't you been sharing this with the people? So then I have to make the correction. And on the next PowerPoint, I'm going to show y'all the confirmation that it was our greatest day. Points-wise, we never had a comeback like that on the points. It's a fact. But people that tell you, no, actually, the mortgage crisis, actually, that was our worst day, and this was our... See? It's not necessary. Why you do that? Why you document? Why you have yourself document? It sounds stupid. And I would blow up the spot, but then I'm like, yo, you don't even talk to the people anyway. You only talk to them when I'm talking to them. I only found out about you because you're going against me. I look you up, and I see you never say nothing. You arguing. You built an argument in a few days against somebody who's been studying this for years. And not just studying it, making it applicable. So dead cat bounce refers to what? Dead cat bounce is when the market is going down, or you're in a recession, as an example. And when you're in a recession, everything's on decline. It's a bear market, because bear... Let's get the terms right. And the reason why I'm doing this for the people that need the information that's prerequisite to the class. No, I won't be giving this investment advice. But investment advice can be made available to you during my courses, because I'm going to have the professionals that's credentialed to say the things that I'm thinking legally. But what I can do is share my experience and share you words and terms and phraseologies and strategies like dollar cost averaging, or straddling, or hedging your bet. I have the right to share that information. So you see, people always go, do you have the credentials? And let me explain something to you about credentials. But before we do that, I'm going to come back, because I know I'm supposed to talk to you about the bear market and the bull market as terms. And I know I'm supposed to talk to you about the dead cat bounce. But let me tell you about credentials first. I don't forget what I have to talk about ever. Let me tell you about credentials. The reason why they created rules and regulations around credentials when it comes to finance, it's not simply just to protect the buyer. The type of rules they created on finance was to see to it that people that can teach you will be too far away from you. And I know that sounds weird, but let me explain that to you. Let me explain it to you. You go to play basketball, your coach is there for free. You could join any little league in the hood and get you a coach for free. You decide you want to go boxing or go to a boxing gym, the trainer's for free, or pennies on a dollar. But if someone starts training you, if somebody walked up to you in the gym and said, hey, let me show you how to throw that punch, he's not going to get locked up for showing you how to throw that punch, showing you how to block better, for giving you advice to stay alive in the gym. Ain't no one going to get locked up for making you sharper in your game because they realize you're missing some things. If you go to the park and you play ball, if you go to the park and you play ball, nobody's going to turn around and say, we got to lock this person up because he's teaching people how to make a jump shot. So if you're in a park and someone sees you, they be like, yo, man, follow through on your shot. Release at the top of your jump. Square up the rim. Make sure your elbow's square with your knee. Like, they can say all that. No one's going to lock that person up. No one is. But someone who has experience making money, Listen to me carefully. Somebody that has experience making money and has succeeded, that person got to go through fiery hula hoops to be able to share with you the information that's inclusive of their experience. You see that? Just think about it. So I can see you in the park effing up or being ineffective, and I can teach you for free. I can see you in the gym messing up, and I can teach you for free. But if I'm making money and I see you effing up, I got to go through fiery hula hoops to make sure I can teach you for free. And that impacts us the worst in the community. Yes, if I'm giving you instruction to do something with your bread, that's one thing. But advice would have you locked up. Advice. Like you don't have enough sense. I got to look up and research your advice. You feel what I'm saying? That's done on purpose. I don't care what no one says. I mean, the criteria around what you can say is damn near nothing. That's what I'm saying. If you're getting into technical things and a lot of money's involved, I get it. You should put rules and regulations around there to protect people who don't want to study as they making it happen, or double check what people are saying. I get that. I get it. What's my thoughts on investing in crypto? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna intertwine it in everything. Okay? Yeah, I am brotherpolight.app. You go there for your free classes, newsletters, updates. It's a website, even though it says .app. It's a website. Just register for free. If you want that class for $99, then you pay for that. But no matter if you're in the class or you're not, I need you to register so you can get the email notification when I'm doing the free classes to build you up in case there's things you don't know. So I don't care how long you've been dealing with stocks. There's a great opportunity. The things that I'm going to talk about, you more likely don't know. Okay? Even when I show people go to Fidelity, Fidelity is great. Right? Okay? It's great. It's great. Do the cruises look good? I'm going to explain to you something. Everything always looks good. Everything can always look good. If it's going down, it can look good. And if it's going up, it can look good. That's why when people be like, well, that stuff is going to go down right now. It's too late. You can't make no money. That's a person that only knows about one thing. Buy a stock and sit there and see if their money can do a little bit more. That's the only thing they know. You know how many different things you can do on the market? How many different combinations? How many permutations? So you see, we got to discuss that. So now we're going to go into the dead cat bounce. And I left off at talking about the bear. Because when you're in a recession where the economy looks like it's on decline, that's called the bear market, when everything's going down. Because when a bear attacks, hands down, boom, it goes down first. And when a bull attacks, horns go up. Wow. I know you're going to say that's Illuminati. You got your fingers going up like that. That's Illuminati. Just give it a break for a second so we can build. Give it a break for a second so we can build. So the bull market, and the reason why I'm saying that, I always say I'm on my bully. That means I'm being wild aggressive and I'm investing because things are looking up. So I say that. That's my little terminology, because in Brooklyn, when we on our bully, we going hard. So we can do what we want to do and create our own culture amongst us as it relates to the market. Never be afraid to do that amongst your people so long as you understand what you're talking about. But anyway, the bull market, bulls attack, going with their head going up and the horns going up. Wow. So that means the market is, most of the companies are looking good. Things are going up. And when we're in a recession or some kind of decline, it's a bear market. Those terms are necessary. So I could just talk the right way when it's time to do the actual paying costs. So we could get into different approaches and perspectives. So we could be able to read the charts and the graphs a certain way. Okay? So now that's the bear market, that's the bull market. Dead cat bounce does create a great deal of gossip. So dead cat bounce is in a market like this. We had the worst. We was in the worst state based on the optics than we ever been since 1929. In 1929, the Great Depression, it took 4 years for us to have our greatest recovery. It took a 4-year duration. But in this day and time, in this week, we had the greatest market we've seen 48 hours from the time we was in the worst market. Okay? So, it's a dead cat bounce. And that's not, and this tells us not only happened now, it can happen again. Dead cat bounce is when shit is hell on the market and everything is going on decline. And then all of a sudden, we saw the light of day for like 3 days straight. It just kept going up, going up, going up. And then it dropped. Bow. Dropped again. Today it dropped. This Friday, hell came back on earth. Not as bad as everything was, but it's looking like we're heading right back there again. So that's called dead cat bounce. I don't make up these terms. I don't make up these terms. Oh, I know they watching. I hear you when you say be careful, and I appreciate that, Chunk Loke. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's continue. So this is what you're gonna learn in Gold in the Crisis. You're gonna learn these terminologies so you can weave through, so you can read. That's why I be telling you guys, go to Robinhood. Okay? I trade on an interactive platform. But you got to understand, in interactive, you got to have X amount of money. You got to be making X amount of money. And I'm a screen share and do all of that and show you where I'm at. I'm with the big guys. Barron's newspaper has them as #1. They're the #1 brokerage account. There's nothing wrong with Fidelity and all them other guys. Especially, I love Fidelity, actually. I love it. I really love the visual rhetoric. I like to read through and weed through their site. So I use them for like my standardized trades and everything. But when I'm doing options and all that, I'm over there at interactive. But I'm not going to sit here and tell my people going interactive when these are people that were known to say you got to open up with $10,000. Or if you open up with $2,000 now, you know, I'm going to build with my people and say, yo, get over there first and work your way up and understand why you want to go over there in the first place. So I'm not going to turn around and tell you to go somewhere where you got to be an accredited investor or you have to have an income of $100,000 and maybe a net worth of $250K or something like that. I ain't going to talk to you about nothing like that right now. I can show you I play with it, but when I play, I set up little accounts, or I go to my daughter's account and I play over there and I share information with the family. You feel what I'm saying? And I play with the family. Yeah, real talk. So, dead cat bounce is what we are seeing right now. It is hell on earth. Everything's on decline. But we saw 3 days of light, and it just looked like we was out of it. But you got to use your common sense. You got to say, yo, it's going to drop again. Because, what the hell? Boats are still not allowed to leave the dock, and planes can't go out the country. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about here? So what caused that? See, the rumors could have drove you to that point, but by the time we get it in the news, it'll let you know everything's on decline today. And then you start acting, it's too late. I sold my shares to preserve my profit. I sold everything I have of Royal Caribbean just so I could buy it back again. Cause all my shares, I bought some at 21, so I more than doubled my money. I was super happy. But the sun rises at 9:30 East. That's what Brother Polight say. More stock talk. Cause the market opens at 9:30 and it closes at 4 p.m. East. 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. East. So you got to recollaborate that no matter where you are in the world. You just structure it around there if you're dealing with the American markets, right? So 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. East. So the sun rises for me at 9:30 a.m. American Airlines ain't dropped that much. It's all right. You know, it's all right. But I got in at $10.30, and I was wild aggressive. I was on my bully. When I saw that 10, I don't know it to ever go to 9. So I really caught it. And I even bought after hours. And when you buy it after hours on the market, no matter what they open up at close, high or low, you still get it for the dollar amount that you wanted executed at closing, which means I had to wait till the weekend, and I still got it for 10. and it went up, and I was happy. It was a great week. I don't trust the weekend. I really don't trust the weekend. Hopefully I get some rumors I could develop and watching the behavior to understand what the weekend is. But I trusted that last weekend because I said, oh man, come on. Because buyers do things and sellers do things. It's behavior. You gotta treat it like if you're a person that likes discounts, or if you're waiting for certain times of seasons, or if you're waiting for Black Friday, you gotta understand behavior. So anyway, the reason why I sold the Royal Caribbean joint, because I had enough. The money has been made. I had enough. I threw a few bands there when I seen it at 21, because I understand that this is a company whose stock is over $130 on average in recent history. So I doubted it when I looked at other companies neighboring that community as far as cruise lines, and I see the planes that gotta pick up the people that dropped them off, and I saw MGM Grand. Like, one of my students made tens of thousands of dollars on MGM Grand, about 93. No, that's somebody different. That's for Boeing, I think, and a combination of other stuff with ETFs. But one of my other students made 29,000 off of MGM Grand. So what to do? Get the F out of there. Ain't nobody gonna be over there. Get up out of there. Because I said it to them. And it's on a previous video too. But it might have went over people's heads, not being familiar with the terminology. It's a dead cat bounce, but I have to talk so fast because I only got a certain span of time when I'm recording for certain platforms. So what I did, I said, 9:30 a.m. I saw where we opened at. I solar gaze. The sun rises at 9:30 a.m. for me. That means the market opens at 9:30 a.m. And I solar gaze for the first 30 to 45 minutes. So by the time 10:15 came, I'm like, I don't mind losing $2 on every share. I looked at how everybody else was behaving. I said, this is that dead cat bounce energy. I could have been wrong. It could have went up. But I was willing to get up out of there because I still made thousands of dollars. I wasn't trying to wait there to break even to realize. I'm like, I'm out of here. Because the second portion of what I bought from Royal Caribbean was at $31, $32. So when Royal Caribbean was at $35, I already sold. Because this is a company that went as high as $47 plus. And I bought it at 21. A whole bunch. And so we look like we heading back to 21. And then I bought another set at $31 a share. And I OD'd. Because I felt like it was going up, and it did. Then I don't want to reach $31 again and break even, and only made the profit from the ones I bought at 21. I got up out of there at 35 when I bought it at 31, knowing it did go as high as 47, but it came back down. I got up out of there. And that transaction gets executed ASAP. Money back in the account, and I'm watching. Because I'm actually hoping it goes down to around 21 again. I may not have the stomach to wait and see if it goes to 21. But I could set my account now to purchase at a certain dollar amount. Like, just execute the trade at this dollar now. I could do that. I don't know if it's going to go as low as 21 again. And I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to wait to see if it goes as low as 21 again. But what I will tell you is this. The second that bitch is in the 25s, my finger's on the button and I'm watching. Because if I can get to anything as close to 21, where I was at, this time, I'm betting the farm on that shit. This time, I'm putting 5 figures on it. That's all I got to say. And I'm gonna watch the dead cat bounce. The second my shit starts looking good, and then whether I if I get 60% of what I'm gonna put in, I'm good. It don't have to double. But this time, I want to catch where I missed last time. What I'm telling y'all is, you can keep catching it. Cause that dead cat bounce, when something bounces, it don't just stop. It's called a bounce because it's going to do it again. It's going to go up and it's going to come down. And if it goes up and comes down, what it's going to do? It's going to go up and come down. Now, perhaps on each bounce, the next high won't be as high as the first one that got its gas. But it's a dead cat bounce. This is going to keep happening. So you got to get in and get out. If you're just playing the regular, I'm going to put my money in. If you're playing double dutch, You put your bread up, you double it, you make 60, 70%. If you double it and you keep it there and you see it neighboring where it's going down again, you ain't lose nothing. Just do what you do. But I play Monopoly because I take my profits and I pretend it never existed. I put a little to save and it's Monopoly money now. I make enough profit-wise, I take my principles as if I never put my money anywhere. And I play Monopoly with that other money because shit, if I never made it, I never had it. I still had to rely on whatever I originally had. So in other words, American Airlines, let's say it's $10. I'm rounding down. It was $10.30 last Friday. It went as high as $17. If I bought 10 shares, I paid $100. So on that Tuesday when it went to $17, I make $170. I sell it at 17, I made $170. I take the 100, put it back wherever the hell that came from. The 70 never existed in the first place. I'm wild reckless with that 70. Not reckless like spend on anything, meaning I got no emotion attached to that 70. That means nothing to me because I made it from 100. I didn't have to live for French fry box. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to lift for French fry box. I didn't have to do security and stand for hours. I just pressed the button, I pressed another one, and I made $70 damn. Using my common sense. This is mighty low. I doubt it's going to get any lower than $10 because you could look at the charts and look at the history and go, okay, they don't never touch this. I'm going to go back 2 years. I'm going to go back 3 years. I know this is a fairly unique experience we're going through, but goddamn, we don't see this. Things are going to happen before they allow that type of shit to go on. They're going to create incentives. They're going to get someone to loan. A quantitative ease is going to come through. Something's going to happen. Conversations are going to be had because they see where the direction of this thing is going. So when I saw it at 10, that was the best thing I did. It never did anything other. I might have missed 2 pennies. Because I got it at 10.30 and I think it went down as low as 10.29 or 10.28. By the time I had my trade executed, I got it at 10.30. It went up a penny or 2. Man, I called it. I called it. You feel me? When I was talking about Boeing, because they also make planes and they make spaceships and all that, but they also have a role in making militaristic technology and apparatuses. So when I see talks of war and everything, Boeing is the more expensive though, but it's at 167. But this is a company that neighbors 400 or does more than 400, something like that. And I always wanted to buy into Boeing, but I've been waiting for a day like today. So they buy it gradually. And when I allocate my capital gains from other securities and I put it over there. So it's monopoly money. Anything that I'm making that I have right now, all the money that I be playing with be from times that I won big time. So for the rest of my life, for as long as I'm on this market, I'm still playing with the same money I've been playing with for quite some time. I got in and got out with my bag, called my principal, and I've been playing around with the gains. And I allocate some gains to savings. That's it. But all the money I got in there, if I lost it all, it wouldn't matter to me. But the way that I'm wired, I'm not gonna say it's impossible to lose it all, but I'm gonna teach this in the class. How I do things. That's all. No advice to you. Just how I think. Watch this matrix right here. This is the conversation we gotta have. I don't care about gossip. Now, Boeing's less than $188 right now. It's like $160. It's not gonna move nowhere until Monday. Okay, the market is closed. Last I checked, it's like 161 or something like that. You feel me? Money don't never go out that market. It just circulates. Okay, it's currency. It's electricity. It's a vibe. It's just moving around. But let me show you something. Let me show you something. This is some interesting stuff I want to talk to you about. Let me show you something. Yeah, study it every day. Ticker symbol is the same as stock symbol. It's the letters. It might be made up of 3 or 4 depending on if it's on the New York Stock Exchange. That's another conversation for another time. Just know it's 3 letters, 4 letters, sometimes 5. Most time it's 3 or 4 letters. So American Airlines is AAL. Royal Caribbean is RCL. Boeing is BA. Facebook is FB. So that's the stock symbol or the ticker symbol. So when you look up a stock and see what it's doing, when you on your brokerage accounts or you just on a random Google trip, you just type in those letters that represent the symbol and you'll be able to look up the stock. Then you can put it on 1 day, 5 days, 1 month, a year, 6 months. You can do stuff like that and then drag the line and then see what's their averages look like and then what they've been doing for the last. I like the 5 days. I like up into a year for most things. It's never irrelevant. It depends on how you think and how you wire. This is chess. If no one don't tell you, let me tell you. The type of moves you make, I've identified the moves that I make based on the way the pieces are designed on the chessboard. It helps me think when it comes to stocks, so I understand. It's like the market's playing against me. I'm playing against the market. You know, the knight moves in an L shape. The rook could slide across as many places so long as nothing's in the way. The bishop can move diagonally. The queen can do every damn thing she wants, but you don't want her. You don't put your queen out there. The king could do everything the queen could do, but he got a 2-step. He got a boom, boom, 1 step at a time. But he can go anywhere. He's not limited, except for distance per travel, every square foot, literally square foot, or every square move. Okay. Well, Bowman makes the planes, and you believe in the airlines. Then, you know, and then again, you could put the money on the sector instead of the individual. So maybe you don't. Maybe in one instance, you like, I'm not really feeling. If you feeling like putting your money in several airlines, you might as well buy the ETF. You might as well put your money in a sector instead of the individual. Because guess what? 2 or 3 airlines can mess up, but the airline industry could be doing good. So you put your money on the airline industry. Okay? The automotive industry. You might say, man, I'm not feeling any particular company as an individual, but I feel as a collective, the median or the average looks pretty good. I put my money on the industry. So you put your money on the sector instead of the individual. Because sometimes you like, the individuals ain't making enough money for me to put my money in. But as a community or a sector, as an industry, I put my money in that because I feel that whole industry is gonna take it to the top and be back where they need to be. So there's money in industries or investing in the sector. It is chess. It's all chess, Sabrina. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. It's definitely chess. Yeah. People call it gambling. But I never was able to use advanced metrics for gambling. Me shaking my hand and throwing something somewhere is totally different from this. And that's why I said we got to look at it like it's the chess it is. I love it because I get rewarded for thinking. You can't go in emotional. If you got strategy, you good. That's why you got things like dollar cost averaging, hedging your bet. Okay? Dollar cost averaging, hedging your bet, put options, call options. So I'll give you an example. Because people are like, yo, you're going to lose stuff, but you just guessing. Yo, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. This is the one place in the world where educated guess actually means educated guess. You know, by the time I did my first 10 to 15 minutes today, I saw that Royal Caribbean, the cruise line companies didn't get approved for the QE, meaning they're not one amongst the companies that's going to get the bailout. The stimulus package doesn't include them. That type of news tells me how it affects buyers that's invested in the cruise lines that's expecting a major comeback. So they may be dragging their feet on the comeback, but I do know Royal Caribbean had an investor put in $2.2 billion, so whether they get the stimulus package or not, and somebody might have known the cruise lines won't meet the criteria, but Shit, the other ones could go to hell, but I know how important Royal Caribbean is to America, more especially in the case of Miami. So, seeing the news report that before the market opened, because I looked at the time, said, God damn, I missed this. It made me 15 behind, and I had to think and evaluate. I said, this would make people scary. So I looked at the volume, because when you look at the charts, or like when you go to Fidelity, anybody should have it on their brokerage account, you'll see something say volume, and that tells you the amount of buyers. I looked at the volume, and then I checked the percentage. I looked at the ratio, and I said, people emotional. But it's also because it's Friday and people feeling the way, because when is the drop going to come? Because it ain't like planes is moving and they operative and boats is moving. Ships are moving as operative. So there's a lot of factors that by the time that thing went down $2, I'm like, I'm out. I was a SpongeBob me. $2 down. You ain't getting no stimulus package money. They the only ones that got somebody that loaned them $2.2 billion knowing that them the ships ain't going nowhere. The ships is going nowhere. Think about that. It's going nowhere. So then you know what I said to myself? I can't lose if I cash out and keep my profit. And I lost $2 on every single share. But I still bought in lower than the price that I'm selling at. I walk with the money and I live to do this again with the same money. That money's sitting there to do it again. And I'm going to keep taking from them again. Wow. And I'm going to be scary again. You babysit. You don't really do gigantic drops. It doesn't happen often. But what I'm telling you is this. Yo, Polight, but the market's going to go down so people can lose their money. You got your people playing around with that. It's dangerous. And I say, let's get into a conversation. How you hedge your bet. Let me tell you a story about cryptocurrency. Cash, but by cash we're talking about what we're doing electrically on the brokerage accounts. And precious metals. You can create your own ratio. But I always say, at a bare minimum, for every $200 to $500 that you playing with on the market, you make sure you buy at least 2 ounces of silver. You buy gold, but I'm talking in ratio. Why? This is how you. This is beyond hedging your bet now. This is beyond straddling. This is beyond dollar cost averaging. Just walk with me. I'm gonna talk to you. This is where the money at. Then you won't have to be scary. First of all, let's do it like this. You buy some stock. You set a limit loss for cancellation, maybe at 10%. You say, you know what? I never want to lose it all. If this whole shit go to hell, keep me 10% of my money. You can change it to something else. But I'm out. There's things we gotta discuss about it, but for now, walk with me. I set my joint at 10%. Okay? You can set your account up. You can set your holdings up in such a way that at a certain dollar amount, nothing can be taken. If it hits this dollar amount and it's going down rapidly, well, your stop is right here at $12, or your stop is right here at $18. You got a $50 stock. You can say, well, shit, if shit is going down or going to hell and the boat starts sinking, set it up automatically that if it's sinking, if I'm asleep, whatever the hell it's doing, it stops right there at that dollar amount. These are things that you can set in place, people. So anyway, I'm going to keep talking to you. Okay? That's right. Trailing stop loss. That's correct. So let me explain to you. I set my joint at 10%. You can say, only 10%? I mean, bro, I want to make this bread. Just walk with me. Set that at 10%. That's the first thing in place. I set mine's at 10%. I'm not telling you to do that. It's about strategy and how you play chess and what you like to do and what you have the intestinal fortitude to do. Your stomach might start getting queasy at some of the things I like to do. And then I'm in a different space in the game. But it ain't nothing that y'all can't do and you shouldn't be doing because you need to be out there. Because a lot of people getting wealthy. In fact, there's one guy, you can look it up. He uses common sense. $26 million he put into the market. Okay? No, he put, I think, $27 million into the, he put $27 million into the market. And guess how much the $27 million made? He paid on the fact that he felt the market was going to lose. It was going to crash. It was going to go down. Pardon me, not crash. It was that the market was going to go through a dramatic drop because of the coronavirus. I think that's common sense for anyone who studies the market. Anyone who doesn't know nothing about the market, you say, do you think it's going to affect the economy, the coronavirus? Well, if it does hit America and you thinking it's actually going to hit America and then you see it starting to pick up, oh, we got a case or 2 here, a case or 3 here, a case of 4 or 5, 6. Then guess what investors did? They put their money on the losses because you could put your money on the losses. So when people say, oh, the market's just going to drop anyway, I'm like, oh, well, since you feeling like that, since you feeling froggy, then jump. You should feel froggy. If you know that the market's going to go down, oh, the market's going to go down, so don't listen to Polight. It's going to go down. Yo, so don't lose your money. Hold on. If you know the market's going to go down, you do know you can put your money on the market going down too, you know. Since you definitely know it makes no sense to invest, this is not the right climate, and you do know not only can you pay for the market to go down, in anticipation of the market go down, you can own shares in the future. Just because the market went down, which means what you own doesn't necessarily have to have a maturation date of the day that you buy it. You can be right and own the rights to own shares for being right that the market went down into the future for a duration of 6 months or 9 months or 1 year or 2 years. You can have leap options. These are called option contracts. Like I bought an option contract for about $3.04. Today for the right to own 100 shares because I believe Royal Caribbean is going down. And when one day comes, I want to see what happens. And if it don't do what it do, fine. Fine. But it's not a loss in the money because I could sell my option contract back for the premium. That's another conversation. Because I got to get through what I'm talking about. So watch this. 10%. I'm setting my joint at 10% in the event. I buy a stock. I set it at 10% in the event that shit goes to hell. I also would like you to know that for every $200 to $500, I buy 2 ounces of silver. It doesn't mean that's the only silver that I buy. But as far as what I do in ratio, I buy 2 ounces of silver for every $200 to $500. And I'm only moving in increments of 5 or whatever I'm doing. So for every 500 I spend, I buy 2 ounces of silver. Minimum. Why you want to buy silver and gold? Let's say the market crashes completely. The market just completely crashes. Then, I'm talking about real silver, not that fake shit that they got going on out there and numismatic value and all that gold-plated crap. I'm talking about going to a refinery account and buying some damn silver. Or ordering online or buying it from Kitco or something like that, okay? I talked to y'all about those apps a long time ago. Let me tell you, if the market crashes right now, what is the lowest amount that ounces of silver selling for $12 right now? $14 probably. I got to check. I think it's $14 now. Very low. It's normally over $30, sometimes $40 on average. If the market drops right now, what is 1 ounce of silver that costs you $14? If the shit crashed, if the dollar crashed and there's nothing here and everything's effed up, because the silver tsunami is coming for people that's a little past our generation, people that's older than 40 years old. The silver tsunami means that they ain't going to have no retirement accounts. That's the silver tsunami. I don't make up these terms, but that's another conversation for another time. Because we got to talk to every demographic. We got to talk to every age group when we're doing this. So sometimes it has us all over the place. That's why I got to do the real courses to compartmentalize the information so everybody can get what they get. And that's why I got to do the free classes So I don't have to cover ground like this, because I be all over the place, because I just want to share enough information so cumulatively as you watch each of these free videos, you take enough notes, and next thing you know, you could be well versed and kick it with a broker that spent years to go to school and play with this. But it means nothing if you go to school for it if you can't be in the game. So I say, yo, throw a little money there and play with it. Don't attach yourself to thoughts about bills and everything. It has to become sport. This is not gambling. So look how I protect myself. 10% on everything that I'm buying. No, I'm not emotional. I'm just going to deal with the logic. I don't want to lose more than 10% of my shit. So I got my 10% there. Okay, so I'm going to stop the loss. But, okay, there's option features on your account to do that. Now, for every $500 I spend, I buy 2 ounces of silver. Because if I spend $500, I want to secure 1,000. If the market should crash and go to hell, I want to know for every $500 I spend, I definitely got $1,000 waiting for me. What is 1 ounce of silver guaranteed if the market collapses? 1 ounce of silver guaranteed is $500. So a $14 ounce of silver is equal to $500. And an $1,100 ounce of gold, because that's what it's selling for, around $1,100, is equal to $5,000 if everything goes to hell. So, for every $500, I buy 2 ounces of silver. It doesn't mean that's the only silver I ever buy. It just means that if I spend $500 and it goes to hell, I got 1,000 for every 500. That's how I pace myself. I ain't gonna keep spending money here and don't think about it there. So now, so far, we got a 10% cap or limit loss on my earnings or on my holdings. 10% on everything I buy, take it all except for 10%. For every 500 I spend, I secure it with $1,000 recessionary proof precious metal investment. Doesn't mean I don't buy gold or palladium or rhodium. Doesn't mean none of that. Doesn't mean I don't buy more silver than 2 for every 500 spent on the market. But the market makes me do that. You should do it even if you're not in the market. You should do it every time for every 2 or to 500 you spend every day for the rest of your life. 1 ounce of silver is $500 if the dollar collapses. And 1 ounce of gold is $5,000 if the economy collapses. It's not what it's worth now, but one goes down, the other goes up. ASAP. Facts. So far we did 10%. So okay, limit the loss. Okay, boom. We did the ratio. Ounces of silver and an ounce of gold. We got that. And I told you what apps to operate off of. I've been teaching this for years. This ain't brand new. I'm the one that wrote Pennies Off of Millionaires and Houses Are the New Credit Cards. So let me get to the Pennies Off of Millionaires. That same stock, let's say I bought a stock. This is hypothetically speaking. So these numbers are not accurate. It's an estimation because theoretically, we're just constructing this for a lesson. So don't hold me to it on any specific stock. This is not the case. So I spent $10 on a stock. And I say, shit. I spent $10 on it. I say I want 60. The stock is $10. I say I'm gonna buy 60. 60 of those stocks. I'm gonna buy 60 shares. The stock is $10. I buy 60 shares. I spend $600. I spend the $600 knowing that whatever it does over 10 is times 60. So if the stock becomes $15, I made $300. Okay? That's what that means. So the $600 makes me $300. That's not bad. The bank won't do that for me. So you say, but Polight, what if the stock that you spent $600 on, 60 shares times the $10. Okay, I bought 60 shares because the stock's only $10. I spent $600. What if it goes down when you're sleeping, or when it closes on Friday and then it opens up and it goes to hell? Well, I hedge my bet. I buy a put option in case the stock goes down. Now, depending on how close to this prophecy or how far will determine how much the put option costs. Of course, it's extremely cheap for different circumstances. Cheap depending on what dollar amount you're banking on it going lower. And price will be determined on how close you want to make the call. Am I making an April 1st call, or am I making an April 1st call for 2020, or am I making an April 1st call for 2021? Am I doing it for next week? You know, so do I got a March 30 call, but a put down, call up? So I do a put option, and I'm hedging my bet because I spent $600 worth to buy 60 shares of a stock that costs $10. So keep in mind, people, I bought $600. I'm protecting it with that 10% loss. So at least we keep $60 out of it, right? And you'll see how this all makes sense. So the put option is, let's say the put option is, let's do $3, right? I buy a put option for $3, and I say it's for, the stock might go down to $4. It doesn't have to hit $4 for me to benefit, just so y'all know that too. But anyway, the $3 option contract gives me the right to own 100 shares in the opposite direction. So if the $10 stock goes down to, let's say, $8, I have the right to own 100 shares in the opposite direction on a contract that costs $3. So that's 100 times the $6 it went down. 6 times 100, $600. But I spent $600 the opposite way. Now there's other factors, because for every dollar, that's, you got to multiply that by the shares if you want to get into the game based on its maturation, and then you can sell that back on the market, or have a level of anticipation of what the market's going to do. That's another conversation for another time. But what I'm saying is, I hedge the bet. I buy me an option contract, okay, and now we leveraging. We doing all sorts of stuff. I'm straddling it. I'm doing all sorts of crazy shit now. Cause now it got deep. But it ain't over. So I'm doing on either side of this bet. In fact, it stands to reason I'd be more likely to make money if my stock loses value than if I wait for it to make more. Because the logic behind it is this: when you're dealing with stocks, you can get closer, right? From $1 to $100 than you can from 100 to 1,000. That's real math. Okay? When you deal with the deterministic algorithms of the market, you know you can get closer to, it's a higher probability you get from 1 to 100 than you get from 100 to 1,000. We have to explain why that makes sense later. So I got the 10%. Hey, I ain't losing that. I spent $600, but here it is. I put in an option. I paid for a put option contract of $3. That's what it's worth. It gives me a right to own 100 shares. And here it goes. This damn stock went down $6. I mean, it went down $4. It's worth $6. And I got 100 shares. Now worth $6. 600. So I invested 600 to make more money. But the shit tanked. So now I own 100 stocks that I bought for $3. Now if I decide to execute my right to trade Now we got to do the math. So this is another conversation. This is another conversation. But yo, we going to, trust me, we going to get there. This is just to start the conversation because it's permutations. You know, in mathematics, if you have a blue tie, green tie, red tie, and purple tie, but you only have a black shirt and a white shirt, you have slacks, you have jeans. How many different combinations can we create out of that? That's called the permutation. So you got combinations and permutations. So you got to go to the table with this level of math, because now what I just done is secure myself, but I ain't done, because America is talking about going digital with the money. What do you think is going to happen to the crypto world if they turn around and say, man, F the dollar? Then Ethereum suddenly becomes more attractive. Crypto in general, more people have no choice but to learn it. It's just like we had to learn the technology to use Metro cards because we was used to showing our school bus pass or putting tokens into something or going to the people at the booth. Now we just have the machines and we just put our card in there and get the Metro card and travel. For those of you that's in New York and places like that. Technology been replacing people. We've been forced to have to learn. When the internet came through, we was forced to learn. Social media came through. Gangsters was ahead of me before I was. Cats that was on the street doing nigga shit knew about the internet before I knew. I was still on www. And I was perplexed, like, why are we pressing www? It took me forever to get over it. It took me forever. So what I'm saying is Ethereum about 2 to 3 weeks ago, less than 3 weeks ago, went as low as $90. I went nuts. Ethereum is something that I have reason to believe is going to be in the 5,000, 10,000. It's going to do the hike because Ethereum has amenities, if you will, has amenities that Bitcoin doesn't. We missed the Bitcoin wave several times. We missed it when it was 30-something dollars. We missed it when it was $75. That bitch went to 15 grand. So for every $35, the people who bought in spent for a share, every $35 made them $15,000 at one point. I have great reason to believe because there's amenities that we have to discuss when we do the class because it's important to understand why. Not just enough, yo, Polight says he likes Ethereum, let me buy it. That's dope, I appreciate that. But the way I am, I like to explain why I came to a certain conclusion. And then you could compound interest with it, compare and contrast and say, well, I hear his evaluation, but I'm not feeling it. Or, yo, you know what? Not only do you say that, Polight, I started looking deeper and I found even more reason. Share it with me. So I got reason to believe Ethereum is going to be it. It's going to take some time, but like anything else, it's the political polarization of global uncertainty. The second a major event transpires, it changes the game. So if America turns around and goes digital, the game has changed. More people are going to start putting bread in a place that's still scary to them. And another thing is, when you go on digital, you could trade on the weekend when it's Bitcoin. You could trade on the weekend when it's crypto. Cryptocurrency trades all week. The other trading stops on Friday and picks back up on Monday, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. You feel me? You feel me? So, why that? So now on X amount of monies I make off the stock, I allocate monies into buying crypto. And the one that I'm mostly invested in is Ethereum. And we keep these things logged. And then you guys turn around and you can say, in the future, when that shit starts hitting, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you'll be like, yo, Polight been buying it since it was $90. Because when I saw it at 90, I went ham. I had some earlier, but I was playing double dutch. And then I started like, yo, hold on. There are great advantages to Ethereum. Great advantages. You feel me? Great. Oh, my broker is dope. And then the way that I deal with my broker would tell you, Polight be bullshitting. Polight just needs to get some of these damn credentials, and he be the number one guy out here on Wall Street, number one guy out here in health. Polight, go back to school and just get some credentials. I'm like, I'm against the system. Now let me stop. Well, yeah, my broker would tell you. He be calling me like, yo, P, What you feeling about that? And mind you, I give my broker, Albert, Albert Nunez, I give my broker super praise for he's a genius, my broker. Super genius, and it's many conversations over. I speak to him every day because when you're doing this kind of moving around, sometimes I have him execute trades on my behalf because I'm moving and I can rely on him. Hence the reason he's my broker, and he takes it back to old school. I just call him. I'm like, yo, I just need 500 on this. Yo, I need you to move that. I ask him, yo, what you feeling about this? Because I'm feeling like this. Yo, Polight, you feeling like a frog, then jump. I'm not there mentally, but I hear you. And if you feeling like a frog, then jump. I'll be on that. So that's what I'm telling you. This ain't the hour for us to deal with gossip. This is not the hour. Stocks are selling like drugs. You selling it or you holding it? Real talk. My holding is crazy. Portfolio nuts. You gotta get in the game. I don't care if you got $50, $100. Get in the goddamn game and play around. Play with the money. Play with the first money. Get comfortable. Take the course. The course is $99. Take the damn course and pay attention to what's going on. Take the course and be able to learn how to read. You're gonna teach you how to read again. Teach you how to write. Teach you how to speak it. It's a language. It's a language. That's why I said even me, to stay in the language, because everybody don't speak it. When I'm done with this, my wife cooking me some food right now. So, it's finished? Oh man, I'm almost done. Some kamut pasta or spelt pasta, whichever one it is. And, or is it quinoa? What kind of spaghetti that is? Quinoa. Quinoa spaghetti, chickpea, bell peppers, onions, tomatoes. You forgot the chickpea? I ain't tripping. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to tryptophan for this evening, but it's all good. It's all good, because I'm already eating after the hour. Is it 10:30? After. I'm already eating after the hour. I don't eat, so. But I ain't going to have you cook that food for no reason. Okay. It's all love. I ain't tripping. Chickpea tomorrow. Or if you can make chickpea patty, like a burger tomorrow, that'd be dope. I'm putting my call option in. That's what I want for the future. Yeah, family. So, y'all ask these questions, but I'm telling you, it's right there. You go to IamBrotherPolight.app. Even if you're not buying the $99 class, you're going to get free information because I got a newsletter that's going to come out. It's going to be geared towards educating, and it's going to be written for the novice, the neophyte, the new learner, the rookie, however you want to call it, by whatever synonym or euphemism. And it's also going to be for, hey baby, it's also going to be for those that's accelerated. It's going to have the whole thing. Because our community could come out of this coronavirus and say 2020 was the best year in our life. Right now, I'm feeling like that. And that's why I posted an image with my quote where I said I made a lot of people a lot of money. Every company that I mentioned, every single one that I mentioned was up by at least half, 60% or more. And I said, right now, we're talking about today we're talking about the coronavirus. In years to come, we'll be talking about the market in regards to today. Our parents missed the wave. What we have before us is a tsunami. I actually said it better than I wrote it. I said it better. So 2020 has the so what I want to tell you was the guy who bet on the market, look him up. He put 27 million. Hey, Ned, yeah? You gonna pour me some water?
Okay.
Pardon me. I gotta drink some water. I'm getting dry. I'm starting to get the pins in the throat. Okay. Yeah, so he put $27 million in. Call options and everything. How much you think that $27 million made him? If you got another window you could open up or a computer, check it out. Just put $27 million, $2.6 billion. You may say, but Polight, that's millions and billions. I'm not in that equation. So what stopped you from putting $260 out there to get $2,700? Or what stopped you from putting $2,600 out there to get what stopped you from putting $2,700 out there to get $26,000? Let's do the ratio. You put $270 out there and you get $2,600. What stopped you? All he did was use his common sense. Oh, pandemic, that means people are going to be scared. People are going to travel less. If any time that people say, you got to cover your mouth, you got to cover your mouth, you got to go, less people are going to go places. It's common sense. I'm going to put more money in a failing movie industry, failing transportation, failing Uber, failing airlines. Everybody's going to fail. It's common sense. It's common sense. But most people don't know you can make money off of betting on the losses. Thank you so much.
It's time to eat. You finished?
I'm about to eat right now. I'm just about done. Whew, I needed this. I was drying up. So they pulling the jug, because even right now, more people die from measles and influenza and all that. This happens every election year. You can look up every election year and see what disease was in town. It's a fact. I'm not saying it's not serious. I'm not saying don't take it serious. I'm not saying the virus don't exist. It definitely does exist. In many ways, it's also part of natural selection, whether man made it or not. But what I'm saying is when I'm having this conversation, I'm not having those conversations. That's all I'm saying. When I'm having this conversation, I'm not having those conversations. So, that $99 is for the class. You feel me? But you also have the option to all the free classes. And the reason why I want the people who pay for class and are paying for class to register on the website, your email and all that other stuff, is because you can get the updates to the free newsletter notifications, the various free courses we're going to be doing. And I'm opening up the free classes. I mean, this is a free class, but I'm going to just go a little more in depth, because the free classes are going to be designed for the people that's paying for the class. But you can use the free classes. The free classes are designed for the people that's paying for the classes. So that way, when they get into class, I can presume that you've been watching enough of the free classes. So when I say certain things, we are not held back. Now, you ain't got to commit everything to memory. You ain't got to commit everything to memory. However, it helped. So I'm going in with the mindset that I want to give you as much as I can give you for the dollar. You feel what I'm saying? For the $99, I want to give you as much as I could possibly give you. And in order to accomplish that, I can cut into that time if I do like 2 or 3 free classes leading up to that class and go hard with the information. And then by the time we do the paying class, what the heck are you going to learn there? If you see the stuff that I'm going to teach for free, you're going to say, man, what the hell is he going to teach during that? Yo, you be ready to go. That's my plan. You should be ready to go. I mean, you be ready to go now. But I want to go super hard. That's what I'm saying. I want to go super hard. Information should be free. You don't hear me talking about all the free classes? You don't hear me talk? So you don't think I should be compensated? Look at this guy. SMG. I see people protesting. It should be free. It should be free. How much free classes? So hold on. Hold on. So even as my wife cooked dinner and she's on hold, because I'm talking to you guys for free. And I seen some people, don't pay for class. Don't pay for class. Listen to black people telling black people, don't pay for a class. And most of us got student loans over $40,000. That didn't teach them nothing. And didn't say, hey, we got some free courses for you that you can use in your life before you pay this, before you go in debt for $80,000 and still can only work at Kinko's or Burger King. Yeah, the credit repair is for $3K because we remove all your negative items off your report, boost your credit score, synchronize your wealth score, quotient, your advantage score, and your FICO score, and the synchronicity of those things you'll be able to use as leverage or as segue into being able to be approved for larger lines of credit, whether it be credit cards, personal loans, or business loans, should take you 6 figures and upwards. We guaranteed you the removal of your debt inside of 2 to 3 weeks. You'll be cooking, and the only thing I ask for you to do is to give me a video testimony. Okay, it's like a video affidavit. I'm coming right now. A video testimony saying that what I did thus far inside of the 2 to 3 weeks, and then I also will ask you to get an affidavit that's going to stipulate my credit score was this, my credit score was that. This is what it became in such and such span of time. This is how much debt was actually removed, because I'm just accumulating all the facts of what I do for the people. I'm just accumulating. That now the affidavit, of course, has to be notarized. Okay, it's an affidavit. I need you to notarize it and confirm that I did in fact get that job done for you. Or midway through the job, inside of 2 to 3 weeks, yo, he did remove this, that, and the third. Because I'm building it up. Because I'm gonna leave it on the page on the site. Let's say that. As I'm building everything back up and bringing my books out and all that, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. You're going to see how much I'm responsible for removing millions of dollars of debt. Injury is what I call it, from our people. I mean, if I remove $100,000 10 times, it's $1 million, so it ain't that big to brag about, but I just want to confirm that I help rid our people of millions of dollars. You see? And I get it. I got it hooked up. So when you see the videos, it's going. I released 2 videos, and I've been wanting to release. Damn it, I need to just release another one. I'm gonna release the $100,000 one tomorrow. I won't post nothing until I release that one. And his name is Kid. What's his name? Richard Kid. I know it because Rich Kid sound like a rapper or something. His name is Richard Kid. I actually got to give him a call. All this confusion with Corona, I need to give him a call. But Richard Kid, we removed over $100,000 of his debt. He paid $3,000. He gave me the video. He paid, and he gave me the video. And I got a husband and a wife. Now, I didn't finish the wife's. He recently paid us for his wife's credit. But the husband got the job done, and he loved what we did so much that he paid us another 3 G's to do his wife's work. Facts. When you remove thousands of dollars, the $3,000 winds up being trash. He like, for $3,000, he removed 30 grand. Yo, here. Knock out my wife's. So that's the credit restoration microwave. CRM is what it's called. You can go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com for that. You put your full name and your phone number. You say, I'm interested in the credit restoration microwave, or I'm interested in the CRM. We remove all the negative items off your report, add positive items to your report, boost your credit score, the synchronicity of those 3 different scores being raised. That'll be the segue into being back in the game. So you can have money during this crazy ass time instead of waiting and hoping you approve for a $1,200 or $1,500 check, whatever the case is. You feel me? If you owe it $80,000, I'm not letting no one tell me you shouldn't charge 3. Now, people can say whatever they want to say. Like I said, I got my facts on me. But I play chess. And the way I think, I like people to jump out the window and talk crazy. Then you know what people do? You only posting the great things you did for people because people be talking bad about you. And they be mad. But no, I post it because it comes up in my conversation and then I just post it. Because my information speaks for itself. You could watch this stream and you could look up anything that I said. And you say, oh shit, Dead Cat Bounce. Where the freak he learned that from? Because I do this for real. Ain't nobody gonna title that shit. And then see if you find other people talking about things and I'm talking about the way I talk about it. And then I'm hedging the bet and dollar cost averaging and straddling. Like, yo, no one in our community is doing it, let alone outside our community. It's like a big damn secret they keep from us. Uh-oh. Sarah Mimosa. I paid Polight $2K. He removed $60,000. There you go, Sarah. Thank you for the love. And I don't even got a video from her. Thank you, Sarah. I paid Polight $2,000. He removed $60K. Thank you, Sarah. Blessings on to you. See? And guess what? Ain't nobody gonna turn around and do a bunch of videos and upload, yo, Polight is removing $60,000 from a sister's credit. No, you're gonna go through speculation and forged documents and so-called receipts. You're gonna do all of that. But they don't turn around and say, yo, let's repost this video of this. Like, I'm gonna post a video tomorrow. Ain't nobody, everybody wanna do the research behind the people who win. But if you hear somebody saying something negative, oh, it's automatically right. We don't need to research or look for it, nothing. But let someone say, yo, he removed 100 grand from me. And my name is such and such, and I'm from this city and state. And my credit score did go up over 100 points in that span of time. Then guess what? Nah, man, you know, his eyes was looking funny. You know what I'm saying? Why he had the paper there to read? Because everybody's not a speaker. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go up there and just automatically articulate and able to sell you on the fact that something. Nah, this is just regular people every day that's doing their thing. But you're going to see it. I'm going to make sure it's posted. You won't be able to. You know what? What I could do is film. Oh. Nah, I can't do that. Never mind. I was getting hyped. Well, what I could do, I could film it off of my computer. Because in order for you to share it, it has to be live if it's on Facebook. Yep, student loans removed. Yep. 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 Real talk. Do what y'all do. Network amongst each other. I ain't mad at it at all. Yep. Yes, Benny. Yes, Benny Blanco. Yep. Real talk. Listen, if it's debt, we gonna connect with you. We'll let you know if the rip. If we seen or heard some shit we ain't never seen or heard before. Or we'll keep it 1,000. This is what you gotta do with this person. But yo, we can knock out the 80,000 there. You might just give them a call. Give these people a call. We're going to give you instruction, direction, how to get that shit out of your hair so your score can be up so you ain't sitting during this corona shit with no bread to invest and nobody doing nothing for you. You can't be like this. In a market like this, you give a $50,000 credit card in a market like this, man. You play with $2,000 in a market like this, it could change your damn life. Doctor bills, definitely. He is incredible. I made money this week and I started trading on Monday. Real deal. That's Armando Wong. Thank you. Auto loans, we got you, man. I'm not going to do a video, show my face. Yo, we're going to remove that. We're going to do this and tell you, yo, it's 3K. I say that shit with pride because it means nothing. What's 3K to not only removing thousands of dollars of debt, but damn it, then also being in the game to get approved for larger lines of credit, personal loans or business loans, to be in a position to get your life back in order. to know now that you know enough, you'll never be in that situation again and get tricked. Because school was supposed to teach you that. If your parents didn't, that's what the hell they sent you to school for. They didn't prepare you to be an adult. So yeah, I don't care about nothing. And that's negative outside of me. I told you, from the time this corona joint hit, and I start seeing so many people getting laid off and everybody got to stay in their crib. And then now people are sitting here hoping that a check come, and some people still ain't going to be approved of it because it's going to be some criteria. Yo, let me OD on the free classes. And whether you stay with me or you go elsewhere, at least I played a role in contributing to the advancement of your family. How much free classes do I actually got to do? Have you seen me? I've been on a damn tear recent. The only thing I haven't been touching is YouTube. I got to start re-uploading stuff over there. And I got somebody that's always re-uploading, so I am on YouTube. I dropped out of school, 10th grade. I went to George Wingate High School. From East New York, the 90s, 9 ounce. In Brownsville, I spent a great deal of time in Brownsville too. They right on the cusp of each other. You leave Brownsville, you wind up in East New York, right there in the 90s. Oh, it's gonna be good for the person who, if you are at Goo Gaga stages, you good. But that's why I'm suggesting to you take classes. Watch these streams, because I'm not gonna waste your time on streams. In this era, I'm not banging on nobody, I'm not talking against nobody, unless I'm preparing for a debate or something like that. Done deal. I don't have time to be going back and forth with people who I know don't got enough content. And every now and then, as their shit starts to dry out, after you talk about whatever you talk about 30 damn times in a row, and come back and deal with me 30 times in a row. I don't got time for none of that. I don't play none of that. Because I told y'all what our brothers and sisters would do. When shit get tight and their money get weak, inside of everything that people do when they gossip, they attempt to sell you something. I told you when things get tight, you're going to see our people turn on each other. Because they need a coping mechanism. They need a reason for why they're struggling. They don't believe they're creative. They don't believe in their abilities. They don't believe in their potential. They don't believe in their talent. So what they do, they have to make someone the villain. They have to make someone the bad guy. When you're creating your own business, y'all that's on my media, y'all see logos popping up. Y'all see new companies popping up. Some of them new companies you see popping up is old companies. Because I don't name every company after myself. It's just not what a businessman do. Sometimes you need to allow the market to be a patron of you. Because you disable yourself, because some people wouldn't patronize you because of your complexion, your nationality, your ethnicity, whatever. So sometimes, hey, let it be. Y'all saw me in the toilet paper business or the tissue business the other day. Y'all saw me over there. Gave y'all a tour in the factory. Yo, and what did I say? I said, wow, people talk about me. That's what I said 4 days ago or something like that. I said, while people was talking and gossiping, this is what I was doing. This is where I was putting my money. This is where I'm at least learning. This is where I'm studying. These are the people I associate with. This is what I was doing. A series of videos just 4 days ago. Busting moves. We know what tissue's like. Tissue's like gold today. And I'm over there up in the factory like, look at this. That's because I don't entertain foolishness. Yeah, we could. So remember, if you hit me at brotherpolight45@gmail.com, you're doing that because you want the credit restoration microwave, or you want the master course at $250, or the entrepreneur course, all that other stuff. You always leave your name and your number, and you say what it is that you're looking for. So you could go for the CRM or the credit restoration microwave over there. Okay, but if you're talking about the course on stocks, and you are going to learn some stuff about real estate, we can't help but do it because there's opportunities there. If you're paying $1,000 for rent on a month-to-month basis, you should be in the house. You can be in the house right now, super cheap, and they got programs there just waiting for you to give you money to get you in the game, and you could pay less than what you're paying for your house on a month-to-month basis, more space and happiness for your family. I'm talking homes that's 300,000 in many places, and many of y'all is out there in the woods and in the grass amongst the trees. You could be in a beautiful luxury looking crib, not even looking, luxury. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Inside of another 2 weeks, we'll be buying another house. We buying houses in the middle of this. That joint you be seeing me in be part of the grind. When you see me in them joints, it's part of the grind. Real talk. And we got another one due. Every now and then I visit my wife's mother. No, it's not no. Well, okay, yeah. brotherpolight@gmail.com. That's correct. Brother POLIGHT 45. You gotta put a 45 at the end. Brother Polight 45. You register for the app. That's because you want the free classes, the newsletter, or you also can buy the $99 gold in the crisis. Because in every crisis, there's money that can be made. In every single crisis, money can be made. Peace to you guys. I gotta watch this Wall Street movie. I think I'm gonna go Wolf of Wall Street tonight. And if I'm still up, Da Vinci Code. Yeah, because I gotta get prepared. I got a lot of work in front of me tomorrow. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you. Share the video. At least these videos can be shared. If it's up there, share it now. I got 70K in school loans. Yeah, and you know what? Ain't nobody mad at those people who put you in a situation where you owing 70 grand. What the hell is any of us doing owing $70,000? Most of us ain't never even touched that money at one time. For us to owe it, it's insane. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Nah, books are coming. We're looking at that April 20th. Kitco app is $14. Yeah. And understand, silver is normally more than 2 times that dollar amount. You can't lose even if you chose to cash out. But I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not buying that stuff just so when it doubles, yeah. Now, you know, it goes up to 200-300. My eyebrow goes up. Even if it goes up to 100, my eyebrow goes up because I buy silver every week. It's religion. Gold, you know what gold gonna do. So even though it's at 1100, you just gotta think. Yeah, I gotta go. Good presentation. Thanks. I'm glad you called the presentation because I've been wanting to give you PowerPoints and do all of that, but I kind of did this on the fly because I said to myself I wanted to add more words to the nomenclature that we should be studying. So you got bear market, you got bull market. We didn't really get to go over straddling, but we definitely did hedge the bet. You know how you hedge the bet? You hope your stocks, you invest in the stock for it to go high, but you hedge the bet and pay pennies on the dollar, and even it goes low, but you get access to 100 shares over. Your right to own it. I mean, come on, you put the 10% on the limit on the loss, boom, okay, we good over there. You make sure you buy the precious metals per every $200 to $500, 2 ounces, so you double up if the market crashes. Every $500, you got $1,000 there in recessionary proof assets. And then you just go digital in case they go digital. You use the profits from the market and you go digital. This is how you, it's chess. So even when you lose, you win. A lot of times when I so-called lose, I make the most money on my losses. It's designed for you to make more money on your losses. If you play the way I play, you make more money on the losses. You're almost mad when you win. So you gotta just be, it's chess, it's fun. Ain't nobody gonna really, I'm not gonna tell you nobody gonna explain to you like this. I just wish I met somebody that did. That's what I'm gonna say. Because I would have been all in already from the time I was in school. If somebody would taught this to me in school, I'd be like, yeah, I definitely want to make bread. Teach me how to play on that market. Because I was always a little intimidated by it because it's just different words and metrics and graphs. And as much as I love math, I just was like, this is something just totally different. And nobody in the neighborhood deals with this. We all just fill out a job application, get a job, mess up our credit, start studying a little bit about credit. Maybe we go to somebody, hopefully they can fix it in 3 months. They bullshit. Maybe the score goes up 30, 40 points, but I'm still not doing nothing with myself. That's generally how it goes for most of us in the community, and I still got student loan debt out my ass. That's most people. That's generally how it works. You feel what I'm saying? That's generally how it works. So I wasn't able to get up in there. I'm not gonna say I wasn't able to deal with the market. It just, I should have been studying and doing that instead of all that club shit. And for people that's like, yo, but what if you lose your money? I bought a fake hat. This hat was $40. Before I sweated in it, I knew I wasn't going to get the $40 back. So why can't I put this money on 4 American Airlines shares, or 2 or 3 of them? The money I put here right now is worth almost 3 shares of ownership into American Airlines. You give them your money, but you never give it to them so you can own. You give them your money, but you never give it to them to own. It's unbelievable. How many times can you give a company your money and not have any ownership in it? It's about owning. And then you scared to own. Like you're going to lose something. But you got sneakers on your feet. That ain't going to do nothing for you after you spent the money. You could have bought cheaper sneakers. But you're keeping up with the times, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then don't complain when it's time to put your money into ownership. Real talk. You got a whole bunch of stuff you could look in your house that you need to liquidate if you're saying you ain't got no money, because certainly you have some shit you don't need up in there. It's all love, though. I'm dealing on the index. I'm dealing with all of that. There's so many things to discuss. So believe me, I didn't even scratch the surface as far as how many different possibilities there exist. And like I said, I don't do every single thing the market has to offer me. I do the things that create the type of rules on the chessboard that I like, because I feel the market is playing against me and I'm going against it. And it makes a move and I make a move. And it makes a good move sometimes. And I'm like, but I'm not going to be at a stalemate. I position my pawns a certain way. And then my leap options, you know what I'm saying? Those is like my rooks and my bishops. You know what I'm saying? And then, the rook or the bishop is either going to be my put or my call options. That's what I'm thinking leap, because I can slide all the way across the ball with those. You see, so I just liken it to a certain thing, certain things. Word. So yeah, man, sign up for the class. It's $99, or just sign up to the site in general. Lock in, because soon I'm gonna be doing all my classes over there, and then just using this with just my promotions, because I want to do it on my own platform. I don't want to do it on their platform because I'm restricted. If they don't want me to uplift and empower my people, then the next thing you know, I got to deal with the whole, I can't title my videos. It can only be shared under certain circumstances, and I don't want to deal with any of that. Okay, peace. If you're on any brokerage account, you should be able to do the leap options. Well, what you can do, Catherine, sign up for the app, and then also send me an inbox at right here, facebook.com, and say that you asked about the leap option. And I'll walk you through it. I'll send you a text. Just put your number there. I'll send you a text. But you're gonna have to set up. You're gonna have to go through some questioning once you start wanting to deal with options. And most times they want you to be an accredited investor based on the way you got to fill out the options, because they don't want to assume the liability. Like, they put you in a position to F up without properly vetting you to protect your best interest as the consumer. So most times they're not even going to let you go set up a options or a margin account. Your margin is where you can start getting credit like 2 for 1 Thanks, Tony Snow. He said, I get so much knowledge from you. How do you buy silver? I'll cover that in the next one. I got to get out of here. I got to eat. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you guys. It's been a blessing. Again, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com if you're interested in the credit restoration microwave or the courses that cost $250 for incomes, how to create 3 income streams and everything like that, the economic course and all that. However, if you want the upcoming class, we're going to talk about that real estate, and we're definitely going to deal with the market, and we're going to deal with a wide range of things. You need to get the $99 course. However, whether you're in the course or not, sign up on the website and register. Go to IamBrotherPolight.app. It's a website. It's not the app. It's just staying there because the app is being reconstructed. We moving, so that's just there. So we could transition you over to the app. All right. And the reason why we doing it this way, for you to register on the app, is because when I do my set series of classes for free, and so those that pay later on, and even if you didn't pay, you have a place to start with. Because I don't want to teach under the presumption that everybody's on the same level. But what I can do is make myself available for a few days to teach some real hardcore classes about certain things specifically, like how to read something, how you execute a trade, how to look at the charts, and we build ourselves up. And then as we build ourselves up as a group, as a community, we won't come out of this situation failing. Or at least we have a record that somebody was talking that talk, so we came out of it failing. That's why I say, do your part, share the video with as much as people as you can, or share it with 7 people, share it with 10, and fall back. Share it with like 5 people you know and 2 people you don't. So our people don't have an excuse in this day and time to say that they didn't know. And that's why I'm on a no negativity clause, because I don't want you to send people over here and see negativity and get confused. Like, you know, 1 minute is negativity, the next minute I don't deal with that. I just deal with the teaching. That's my policy. You spelled polite wrong, Ryan. So it's brother POLIGHT at 45. Pardon me, POLIGHT 45. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Thank you, Gerald Williams. He said I've been on point for a long time. Oh yeah, we got some more health. We got some more health videos coming out. We definitely do. Let me go get this food. My wife cooked that. I asked her to cook for me. Stay in touch, people. I love you all. Peace. Peace and many blessings. I love y'all, for real. Iluvu. Perpetual success. That's what we say in our language, Nduasusu. Which Nduasusu means living language. So thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's all love.